Well, here we go with sponsorship. Let me get that off there so you can see me. One of my overlays. Today we're going to talk about sponsors. I do running and cycling events. I've been doing it for 5 years, and some things that I see over the years as far as getting sponsors, I don't think it's the right thing to do. Case in point, the shirt. A lot of people will put your logo on the back of the shirt. If you pay so much, your logo will be this big. You pay this much, it'll be this big. But what happens to the shirt? The shirt basically goes in the drawer for 3 months and or somebody throws it out. So the shirt is not really a good place for a logo. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't get you any merchandise, doesn't sell your product, does absolutely nothing. So what do? You paid for that. Um, and basically it's a waste of time. So let's go over the second thing. That's having a tent at the location. People go there. If you don't have 800 or over 1,000 people there, you're not going to pay for what the tent costs. Some of them are like $7,500. Maybe you'll get one for 1,000, and you're hoping, got your fingers crossed, that you're going to sell something. Well, what if you don't? So that's another minus right there. So what I wanted to tell you is here's how I look at it. I'm live streaming right now. And when I set up a race, it's usually 6 months ahead of time. I go to run sign up on the registration, and they have more bells and whistles than active or anybody else. Race roster is pretty close, but somewhat complicated. So when I put your logo on there, for instance, let's say this one, I put your logo on there, and people will click on it. All right. So you have that particular one with registrations. They'll see it 6 months ahead of time. So I will have something there that they can order product from you on that registration site. That's the way to go. They're not ordering the day of, and people don't aren't interested or they don't want to buy anything right there. They're exhausted, whatever the day of the race. But now they have 6 months to look at it. So every new person that gets on registration and registers gets to see your logo. And then they get to go to your website and buy something. Okay. So some of you know about the second way, which is on radio. And a lot of the radio people are reading the advertisement instead of having a paid advertisement where they paid a bunch of people to act and all that stuff. I don't see that much anymore in radio. And the one guy that comes to mind is Mark Levin. He'll get on there and like, Mark Levin, Patreon.com/Levin, you dummies, Mark Levin. So, you know how he does it. And why does he do it that way? Because if somebody uses his code, he probably gets extra money for it. Not only that, the sponsor gets to see how many people came from Mark Levin. And that's how I do it with sponsorship. I expect a code where I can say, all right, Goo is having a sale on their liquid gel. Okay, it's a new product. It's not like the gel where you got to squeeze it out. You go like that, it's down the hatch. Very good for cyclists. They don't have to, one hand, they can get it down real quick. Also run the same thing. So if I get a discount code from Goo, I put it out there. Now I live stream every week. So I can talk about the sponsors, and I have a better shot than the radio station due to the fact that I can show you different things. For instance, this one here, it's a logo. So you can have your logo. I can talk about that. Could be a picture of the product. There's a lot of different things. Let's say you want me to show a video. Here's one that I made. Okay, that's a video I put together, but there are sponsors that have their own little video. That means a lot. There's one particular slide in there where the people are walking across the starting line. I have it in a video where it's moving, it's not static. I got 11,000 hits from people watching that little video at the start line where they all go over the start line and take off. 11,000. That's a lot. I'm doing ones on LinkedIn where I'm doing from Canva. I had 780 impressions. This is the way to go. All right, StreamYard. Now, here's what I'm doing. I have to check. I only have 10 minutes. Here's what I'm doing. If you send me or get a hold of me, let me see. Oh, let me put this up. Okay, my Linktree website. I'll have it up for you. You copy that down and send me a message through that or go to mydestinationtrainer@gmail.com. If you want to try this, the first one's free. That's what I said. The first one's free. So you just get a hold of me, but you have to have a little skin in the game and make sure you know exactly what you want to promote. And you, before we do this, that you give your information, maybe a logo, maybe a video, something of that sort. And I'll have you on this program and I'll show you what live streaming can do. So, with that being said, don't forget LinkedIn is where I'm broadcasting, and Facebook right now. LinkedIn only allows so many minutes, and I'm pushing it, so I'm going to have to get off. But don't forget, get a hold of me. Get on my streaming. It goes to over 1,000 people. I do this every week, all the way up to the race. If you want to continue, I'll put you on other races. We'll talk about what you need, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much. See you later.